Oh, you sassafras. I'm getting. It's Talos o'clock! I thought you were making fun of me for being seconds late, but no, you were just being excited. It's Talos o'clock. It's time. It's time. Uh, so are, are we there? It's like, are you not gonna find the game? So, as I said, we're gonna be doing the. It's down low because uh, Claire Obscure is so loud. We're gonna be getting 100% on the main story. Yeah, I know who. I got Byron elected. I already finished it. See, I gotta get all the stars and I gotta open the gates. That's it. Yeah. Shh, I kind of regret getting Byron elected. Hermata, Hermie. Hermie's been locked inside for treason, and he'll never come out. Please hold. Gonna adjust my. Okay. I just again, I have this new setup, so I'm still figuring out where I want things to be, what's going on. Okay. Yeah! Good job, Sam. Um, like I said, pick whichever one you want. Um, so Palki said that it was the last one, number 3, that was super duper hard. So if you did Orpheus first, it would be easier, I think. Speaking of easier. We gotta get stars, gold puzzles. Let's go. There's only like one gold puzzle, right? Like one per. But. Alright, alright. You're. The pain's on you. Yeah. But the stars are annoying enough that should be exciting. Oh look, a Prometheus flame. I also think there's one level I have to go back and actually like finish because I Prometheused out of it. It was like in World 7, one of the last ones. I was just like, nope, this. Nope, your face and everything to do with your face. How would I even get up here? Okay, so by getting up there, how would I get up there? Excellent question. By getting up there, how would I get up there? We'll consider. Oh, are you kidding? I'm such a small jumper. I jump with absolutely no strength to it. No chutzpah. Though I don't think getting that flame matters. Only if I wanted to cut short a puzzle and I was out. Ha! Can I do the same over there? Yeah. So I don't think I have to get 100%. So we'll stop obsessing over it, and instead we'll see what we can do with gates and things. Golden gates and things. This is follow the sparkly dude. Okay. Okay, there's a compass. Remember, there's a compass. I got it. I'm back. I'm doing this. There's a compass. There's always that moment when you're like, I haven't been in this universe for a while. What am I doing? Lorelei took a lot longer than I expected. It's because it was a worthwhile game. I mean, for a puzzle game that's ostensibly 10 hours of story, maybe 15. It was quite difficult, and I very much appreciated it. Oh my god, they're open, and it's swirly and purple. Let's go! Jump start. Okay. What's in here? More things. Yeah, yeah. Well, and I have a very egalitarian view on playtime. I personally feel like there is a bit of an obsession with playtime matching, like, meaning quality. So I do feel very strongly, I see, I'm gonna need that box back over here in a hot second, that there is a myth that your playtime should always, like, equal $1 an hour. Yeah, substantial. Substantial is a good word. Especially for certain indie games. Like, there's some games, like, right now, Dog Airport game is way overpriced. Because I know that even if you play the shit out of it, it's a 5-hour game. They're selling it for $20. But it's not the devs' fault on that score. That is what the devs... That is what that company, Strange Scaffold, sells all of their games for, unless they're on sale. It's $20 flat. It's still pretty intense, though. All things considered. Yeah, okay. Okay. So it begins. Right. Got it. I know, I know. You. Dude. Oh, has Dog Airport game at 50% right now? reach that, buddy? Yeah, yeah, maybe, 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 maybe? We'll see. I don't really think these are supposed to... Yeah, they're not supposed to transfer stuff, so... I got it for like $5 in a strange scaffolding bundle. Oh my god, time moves so quickly. Okay. I see what I have to do. I don't like it, but this is what I gotta do. Okay. No, this way. Your entire job in your life is to sit here, guy. That's all you got. That's all you do. Right, but you can't do that. You can't turn that on. Ugh. Ooh. Spicy. Okay. So this gets you up there. This goes like that. Right, and this gives us the Great Oochening! This gives us the Great Oochening. Well, okay, so if you have a 4070, they are the 50 series to a point. Like 4070 Ti is the same as 5070, and 4070 is the same as 5060. Jen and I did this research because when I was thinking of upgrading. Oh, 1080 Ti, San, you're living in the Stone Age. Okay. Oh. That doesn't do what I want to have happen, does it? And if I just move the blue, it doesn't work. Okay. Okay. So this makes green. Yeah, I know. Green and blue makes red. Ugh, there's no way to move this over here. Yeah. Okay. So I think there's a different path that I have to take. Come here, guy. think you have to do this. You have to do that. Yeah, that's what has to happen. Hold on. Stop being connected. Okay. You need to do this. Click. 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 There. Yeah, I mean the 4070 does have an increase on VRAM. But as far as like the intended specs, they perform roughly the same. So you should be able to run anything for the 5060 with a 4070. Not that that is like, you know, very comforting considering price points and all of that, but did it work? Did it do it? No, it did not. Okay. Bugger. But I only have one normal guy. So the other, if I took from blue here instead, yeah, if you don't tinker with it, you should be good. Listen, you were upset about your family. I was here early. Fuck. These are difficult. Holy shit. Okay. So, whatever happens, that green has to... Oh, wait! 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 Like that. But then how do I get that to fly? You don't! Haha! Unless if you get it started, it'll stay? I don't think so, though. I was here at 11. Yeah, but they don't want you to have a clear warning because then you can't burn it out and then get a fucking new one, right? Like then you won't spend the money on a new one. Stop. Just go in the box. Thank you. Okay. So the big problem is I can get all of the pieces, but then there's walls! Is that a red herring? That might be a red herring. I might just be needing one of these guys. Where am I going? This way. Wall, Sylvie's greatest opponent, indeed. Yeah, yes, definitely. I know they do, in fact, run the numbers on how many will warranty. It's disgusting and exactly what a stupid fucking immoral company would do. Okay, you. So instead, we're gonna try this. We're gonna go old-fashioned on this bitch. You say immoral, I say profitable! Oh, the horrors of everyday living. Okay, you. You. Alright. You do not reach there yet. So where do you need to be to reach that and something else? Here? Okay. Okay. That's where you need to be. So the other option would be to try and do this. Can I do this somehow in here? No. Ugh. Okay. All right. Is it X? Yeah. Oh. Poor Jen. Thanks for stopping by when you could. Okay. Oh, Lord. See, this is why I felt like you would have plenty of time to do the DLC. I was like, likelihood of me blowing through these. Slim. Slim. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Not knowing things makes me anxious. Okay, these two, like that. They can line up like that. So, that. We can connect that like that and send it over there. But then it would have to go into a combining guy. I don't have a second standard connector. Yeah, no, I knew that sand was just fucking around. These are hard as hell. Like, there's no two bits about it. This is hard as fucking hell. Like, I'm conceptually pretty sure I have to make something green, then unmake it green, then make it green again. And I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do that, but that is roughly what I think has to happen. It's not very fun. Like, the only thing I can think about, basically, green and red make blue, and then blue and red make green. So somehow, processing through both of those, because these won't just extend a color, they just won't. Like, no matter what you do, these will just be a butthead and be like, you wanted that? Really? So then it becomes who goes up there. And I think what goes up there is the green and blue. Alright, Saiyan. And then profit. Oof. great sink has produced nothing, but never fear. I'll come up with something. So, here, here. Right, you need to be paired with that too. This is not gonna work, but we're gonna try it anyway. Wait, why? Oh, the fan isn't on there. Okay, hold on. Okay. Woo! There. And then you go up there. And then you go in here. In here. Okay. 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 Oh, wait! Wait. Wait! Ha ha! You little dick!
Hello, 1K. I've been watching you for some time. Sorry to be so mysterious, but I was unsure as to your intentions. There are people who would prefer Athena to stay where she is. I believe the puzzle you just solved is part of something hidden deep inside Athena's dream. Hidden even from herself. If you're willing to keep going, I think I know where this leads, and it could change everything for us.
I knew Cornelius would turn up sooner or later. If you can help him, 1K, please do.
Okay. Except Cornelius is the one I like the least in this story. He is the least honest. But I'll help him, I guess. Whatever. If that's what you need. If that's what you need. Let's see. Next, let's find stars. There are 2 stars in this level. There's one. Yeah, that's what I meant by, like, I think I have to... Oh, wait. Did I already get this one? No. Did I not finish following your sprite? I was like, I think I have to turn something green and then out of green and then back to green. Fucking awful. Okay. So your little, like, where my sprite is like over here. Am I gonna die? Please don't kill me. The sprites are, yeah, the little blue ones that bring out my inner cat because I chase the lasers all around. Those. Woo! I didn't die in the water! Yeah, they're the... Oh, I see it. See the little blue guy over there? Either that's a handprint or that's the sprite. We're gonna get there. We're gonna do this. Yeah, that's the little spritey dude. Alright, let's follow your stupid ass. Frogs. Wait, did I already lose it? There it goes. This is level 1. Don't be too difficult, buddy. Honestly, I wish. Because all I need in life is to vault over lower railings. Though it did have me drive my car off a rail in Cyberpunk into the water, which is like something you shouldn't really be able to do, but if I need to fall off a cliff, I'll find a way. Okay, guy. Where'd you go? Where are you going? Where are you going? You going home now? Are we finally going home? Listen. The railings, it was their fault. Get the... Go. Go. Give me my star. I did the work. Okay.
You must yearn for a better world. Yearn for it with such intensity that your heart suffers. Keep your eyes on that distant vision even when you know that you may never reach it.
Guy, I yearn. I yearn. Okay, that's a lab. That's the star that's already been acquired. Somewhere there is another star. We're looking for the Pandora statue. I am about to go get some caffeine, I think. And or guilt someone else into getting it. Depends on how busy Victor is at work. Ferris is in finals. Ferris does no favors while in finals. Ferris takes care of herself. Though the angel did do dishes even though she's in finals. Let's see. Do we see a star on the compass, or do we see a Pandora? Listen. It was her first time ever playing a Portal game, and she had to play it with me. Oh, there! In front of me! There's the star! We go straight. Straight. And the music changes mysteriously. Don't like that. Never like that. Oh, that's right. There's no combat in this game. Oh, that's nice. Nothing's going to kill me in this game. You, my dear. What color is that? Green? Okay. Oh. Looking this way. What is... Rude, Lime. Rude. What is most in line here with my friend Pandora? Does this make green? This does make green. Okay. Bigger question. Can I see Pandora from here? No. Okay. Does anywhere in here make green? Yes. Can I see Pandora from here? No, I don't think so. Oh wait, there's that. Which means Pandora is over there. Can't. Oh, wait. That's her. I wonder if I can reach her. No. Ferris, don't hesitate to cancel though. I'm your lowest priority, okay? Lime can wait another week if need be. You'll make it, Lime. Okay. So what I want is I either need a connector that's in the exterior world, or I need a level that can have me export green to Pandora. I think Lime secretly likes it. So for Animal Well, it was intended to be later, but I think we should look at making it earlier because Lime's the one most interested in it, which is partially why I'm like, maybe we don't start this week. Let's compare our schedules. My bad, sorry. Okay. Pandora. We got level 4. We got the, I mean, maybe through the gate? That would be obnoxious, but not unexpected. Oh, all sorts of turned around. Gate, 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 gate. What? Ugh. I was just pulling up a map of this area because you don't really get like an actual map. Hi, Tev. Yeah, Essie is trash. I was like, which level is closest to the Pandora statue? Internet. You want a map? You want a map? What's that? Alright. So 8 is the closest to the Pandora statue. So let's see if I can see her from here. It would be an attack on women if I said Pinterest was trash. Etsy's just an attack on plagiarists. Okay, I can't see the Pandora. Oh dear. Also, this puzzle was an ass. So it can't be from here. I can't see it. Well, I guess I have to get my bearings about which direction I'm even looking for it. So, hold on. That way? Okay. So I'm looking that way for it. Oh, there she is. Ah! Lord, I got introduced to Pinterest through this mod that Pesky and I are very slowly doing. And I was just like, wow. Because my age group, Pinterest was for housewives. So then you see that everyone uses it, and you're like, I am not really a woman, am I? Okay. All right. I just frowned at Victor for a coffee, and also my pills. I mean, Pinterest is for everyone, but there is no delusions about who Pinterest's primary audience is. Nobody is pretending otherwise. Where the fuck is the blue? What? What? I barely remember this puzzle. I should have done it at the same time, but I didn't know the Pandoras were a thing. I did not know. Foolish Hildy! Yeah, buddy? He did yawn me out. It was very cute. Yeah, I keep my tabs like very minimal. I get anxious if I can't read most of the header bar. People are like, "Oh, you can run Cyberpunk and have it active and chat and whatever at the same time?" Yeah, because I don't bloat my fucking tabs. Let us count your tabs. Bookmarks, exactly! Bookmarks, Slime! That's what they're there for!
Bookmarks are too much.
Victor's like, bookmarks too much.
Then you've got 12 bookmarks and you don't remember where you hid the one thing that you want.
I think y'all just being weird. Can I connect it there? Will you connect to the thing? Uh-huh, you will. Okay.
Tell me that after working with me at a contact center, then we can chat.
Stop long distance sassing me. They can't hear you anyway.
Well,
Nope. Ah, damn it. It's okay. This with that and that. What do you mean? Lord. I don't want to do this the way I'm supposed to. Fine. Me. Maybe you'll actually hear Horatio today.
I hear nothing. We talk to the chat. We take it.
I am talking to chat, yes.
You are. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I'm like, wait a second.
15 windows! 15 windows?! No wonder your fucking computer doesn't work! That's Victor. Sassing me. Assuming I'm talking to him instead of chat because, I don't know, self-centered, maybe, much. He's nodding. Yeah, Chrome's fucking creepy like that. I use Chrome, regardless of how creepy it is. Yeah! I use Chrome because Chromium browsers are the best to design on. Firefox is not Chromium.
The hunter does not hunt because he is hungry. He hunts because he revels in death.
Ooh. Ooh, are you vegan, Pandora? I think that way too. Ferris, I don't want to hear about your games freezing and crashing ever again. 140 tabs? Firefox, despite being the heart of deep HTML and the web and being the source of documentation, does not accept anything modern. Firefox is extremely conservative in what code they accept. And if you're trying to do accessibility or CSS, now Firefox will usually, if it's good accessibility, usually they'll adopt it quite quickly. But for the most part, Firefox does not accept basic things like scroll bar colors, which have been around since I was 20. So something about their choices in just basic design support. It happens with JavaScript too. There's several commands that they just don't necessarily allow. So if you want to be using the most up-to-date CSS tags, anchors, etc., you have to be using a Chromium browser. Even Internet Explorer has more compatibility than Firefox. Sorry, Edge. Oh, well, I don't have to do that, but I also have an unnecessarily heinous amount of RAM. I think I've only ever used all of my CPU once, and that was when it was overheating in the summer. I don't think I've even gone above 60% utilization. I mean, though, so Tev, because you're where the fuck is the stupid thing? Because you are an able person that works for you, but people who are not able, who need accessibility features and need certain frills that NoScript and uBlock Origin, well, uBlock Origin's fine. I use uBlock Origin on my Chromium, but NoScript and Firefox can make the web unusable for deaf people and for blind people. So I think that's partially why I try to use the web that the most disabled person would need to use, since accessibility is my passion in web design. So I tend to use the most accessible version possible. If I can't load the shitty built-in screen reader that comes with Windows and have the page read in the right order, I won't use that browser or that website. It's TTS, text-to-speech. I don't know why. STT is just as fine, but it's TTS. How do I get to the thing? I want to leave this level. Can I just fast travel from the map? Can I just do this? No! Hello! How are you today, Miss Roy? Oh, that's interesting. There really is speech to text specifically? Oh, wait. No, I know what you're talking about. It's not always called speech to text. I know what you're talking about, though. I don't know why I just sounded so surprised. It's what you use on headsets. You know what? I can't find the stupid thing. Yes, speech recognition. That's... I always think of it as speech recognition. I need to leave this level, and I can't find the stupid thing that gets you to this level. What brings you here, Miss Roy? To Illy's little corner of the lost universe. Tev, there's so many things I love about you, and the fact that you read Twilight fanfiction has just leapt to the top. You are such a dude, and you read Twilight fanfiction, and it makes my life complete. Uh, it's okay, I'll die here. We got Byron. We were so Byron that you didn't even want to come with me. I was like, but husband. And he was like, no. You're a heathen. Oh my god, Deb. I hate Twilight with a passion. But I love that you love it. Oh my Lanta. This is a nightmare. Okay. Here? Will this get me to the thing? Twilight came out when I was in a publishing master's that focused a lot, my program focused a lot on young adult lit. So Twilight never stood a chance on top of Americans live near Mormons. So there's a lot of subtext in it that if you are American, you can't ignore. Which is a bummer, because I would love to read semi-smutty vampire bullshit. But my literal culture stops me from being able to enjoy it. And I also have never known someone, in all seriousness, cis male who reads fanfiction of Twilight, and that makes me so happy. I can't describe it. There's more than just like the 3? Miss Roy, you're a fan of the Talos series, so am I. This is Talos is actually, I would say right now, our main game. When we play other puzzle games, it's because I need to not burn out on Talos. Especially Talos 2, which I get... Ooh! What? What? Paintings! But it can get difficult and intense, right? And so I took a break. That's why I love everything. I love Crow Team so much, and that's a big reason why. So many people are constantly finding new stuff in what they do. They're such a good dev team. This is 4. That's not what I'm going for. So we just did Lorelei as a break because we finished the game. Did Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. I have a Discord that we vote for break games on, that if you end up liking what you're seeing, you should join. And so now we're gonna 100% the main story. Lorelei, oh my god, I loved it. I loved it. Very difficult. We actually ended up crowdsourcing it. It was like 4 to 5 of us regularly, give or take different people, but it was always about 4 or 5, like, yelling at the screen, figuring it out. So, but we just finished that yesterday. We're gonna 100% this, and then it's looking like we're gonna do an airport for dogs, or an airport for aliens currently run by dogs, is its full title. Okay, anytime you give me one of these, there's a wall. Where's the fucking wall? Is this a MacGuffin? I hate MacGuffins. They're not muffins. All of the past Talos stuff is on my YouTube as well. I'm just gonna advertise at you, Miss Roy. Sorry, you've stepped into marketing gate. Yeah, Myers is a personality. She's a personality for sure. As a publisher, I wouldn't work with her. But she is quite popular. Oh dear. I see now. Distressing. Alright. So... what's over there? Why do I care about that over there? I don't, apparently. At least not yet. But the only tool I have is my little worry guy. I do have you. But I can't carry you over the edge. That's not how this works. Oh, ceiling! Ha! There's a ceiling! There's a ceiling that I can look through. Yeah! Aww. Can I get it from the thing? Yeah! Alright, now we're here. Great. Oh, box! Right in front of me. There. Come along, little driller. Alright. What does that do? Nothing. What does this do? Removes that. Okay. And that is flying up from there. Okay. Where is the end goal here? Do I even... No, it wouldn't be a golden gate if I didn't need to do something else, assy. There's no way. You stay there. Like this. Oh, there it is. That's what the issue is. Got it. That's not gonna go through there though. That wall doesn't go away. So then, but it would need to still go up through here. Ooh, spicy. Okay, spicy indeed. So maybe like this. We'll see. You know, though, if author temperament really did actually determine whether someone's work was worthwhile or not, right? Like, we'd never read it. Anything. Come here. Now you go in there. Okay. So, let's not fuck up like that. Let's go actually get the thing connected to the... Let's not trap myself. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's not trap myself. Trapping myself is a bad idea. that. That's what else I needed there. Whoop. Okay. Try again. This time. Better. Stronger. Still not sure what we do with this. So... So now that that's set up like that, I don't need you there anymore. Wonder, do I still need the box over there? Yeah. Well, no, I don't think I still need the box over there, actually. I think I can take back my box, too. Let's see. Yeah! I love box. Okay. So, I am pretty sure that the solution is to now just bring it down from there, put it on the box. Actually, it's a hexahedron. Get out of here. I love hexahedron. I actually think it's a dodecahedron, or it's something like that. They have this argument with the other, like in Talos 1, there was that argument in the QR codes, and I think they decided it was a decahedron or a dodecahedron because of different because of the insets. And then someone was like, shut the fuck up, it's a hexahedron. That's what I vaguely recall. I appreciate that you remember stuff like that too. Because I'll say things like, remember those QR codes, and people will be like, Hildy, you know, you could like keep knowledge for, I don't know, survival. I'm like, no, I remember the QR codes. What are you talking about? Yeah, I don't actually think, I don't know if I even need that up there anymore. I think I can take it back. Yeah, I think I can take it back. I don't know though. I'm feeling cautious because taking it off of there, moving that in any capacity, ruins my life. Even if I know I have to move it. I did too! I didn't do the second one because it was a hex code cipher, so I went and found it on Steam. But I translated them too. Can we be streamer friends? I want someone that I can go like hype train, because I don't know any other streamers, because I'm insular. Yay! We'll be stream friends! Yeah, I think I don't need it up there anymore. I think I can... Oh. I think, actually... See, I just don't want to risk... Ooh! Okay.
Speak. Miss Roy, thanks for following.
Thanks for following! Yeah, when do you live stream? Oh, I am post-credits blueprints as well. I am very crankily post-credits blueprints. It takes so long to draw the right rooms that I actually got frustrated, like you're not supposed to do, and stopped playing. Because I was like, I will not judge your hyphens here. You are safe. Oh lord. Oh lord. Okay. You have to stop making me jump up high. Okay, so how far can I get and have you still be connected? Here? Okay. Well, I actually can't today, but not because of intentional. I have an interview at that time. I am an unemployed mademoiselle. So, do not take offense that I am not there today. Monday, Wednesday, Friday are typically good for me to jump in, though. I have a lot of Europeans, so I tend to stream this time all the time. Because I don't know if you noticed, Europeans really like Talos. And in fact, we'll probably be moving my night streams to like 10 a.m. Pacific. Because Lime is, unless you're American, Miss Roy, Lime is my only American. Yeah, this game is never ending, y'all. Like, I'm glad I didn't stream Blueprints because, you know, there's certain streamers for certain things, right? I just felt like I wouldn't be a good streamer for Blueprints. I decided I wasn't a good fit for it. But this game really, like, never ends. Damn it. I have to restart this whole fucking thing, don't I? Ah! The extra hard part about streaming Talos is you're talking while you're doing it. Which I know is like, oh yeah, of course. But it's like, no, you don't understand. I know that my watchers do, but it's still like, I have to think about lots of things while I do this. I feel like I missed something important and now I'm in great sorrow. I am not bad at it! I'm moderate at it, pesky. See? See? Miss Roy knows the struggle. What do you do, Miss Roy? You're on staycation? Also, staycations are the best cations. Alright, let's reset. Oh man, and you're here talking to people? And you talk to people after doing the work? You're my hero. Yeah. Uh, that's how I felt during food service. I bartended and served for 10, 11 years. Um, and yeah, customers are not people. there's like a robot person you go into. I don't know if this is the same for you, Miss Roy, but like I would be like, "Hi, I'm your server lady. Nice to meet you. Can I get you started with some beverages? Blah 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 blah." Hold on. Welcome to Museum. My name is Hildy. I'm your server lady. I'll be the one helping you this evening. It's my formal title. Could I get you started with some drinks? And you're not there. You're not alive. Nothing in there is real. You're not a person right then. It's, I use a little bit of a voice deepener on mic because I have a really strong tenor, so I cut through a lot of sound. I would actually cut over the game in a way that is not fun. Yeah, you have to work up a script. I can be gregarious naturally, but I can't like be forever. Uh, I'm not that deep. It's like normal audio, cutting tenor, raising bass, but it's a matter of uh, there's in AV tenor cuts through a room. You can tell that I'm focusing on talking instead of puzzling because I'm just walking in a circle. Tenor cuts through a room, and bass underlines a room. So you don't want to have too bass of a voice. A lot of mask identified people with really deep voices actually get the bass cut out of their voices, and a lot of femme identified people with really high pitched voices get the tenor cut out. Um, I have a middle of the road pitch, but it's. Let me just say I'm not next to my mic right now. I am about 10 feet away. No, a foot away, sorry. But, hi, Sam. Yeah, actually, Miss Roy, I used to do professional AV. I'm very scuffy, so don't trust me on the connection between computer. But if you ever want sound help specifically, leveling, I can help. Um, I introduced myself as a scuff queen to people following me. I was like, yeah, I'm a scuff queen. Don't worry about it. Okay. Okay, so stop running in circles. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Right. 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 I I have never talked about my professional AV background. I used to work for a company called Geeks Who Drink, as I would set up all of their AV. Oh no 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 no! The thing about AV, Lime, is that other people have to hear you. Something like a limiter, I would never know I needed until someone told me, or until I watched the perfect part of a stream back to hear it. Because even entering the reds in sound sometimes doesn't mean anything, right? Like sometimes that just means you're the highest sound in your levels. So I also take all sound feedback because AV in general is about audience. Oh yeah. I ran their Pacific Northwest region, from like 2013 to 2018, 19. No, 2017? Yeah, I was a writer and I did all their AV up in the PNW. As well as a host. I hosted like 4 times a week. They eventually fired me for being too feminist, if that'll give you an idea of the general content. Oh, so you went to like a lot of the St. Louis, yeah. We were pretty new. You started right around when I would have been leaving, your area. But it does give you an idea of the content of my streams, right? There was a round where they had Sansa Stark from Game of Thrones on it, and it said, women who need to wear more clothes. It was a visual round. And I publicly chewed them out, and they fired me. The worst part was I got fired by another woman. She actually, like, jealously wanted to take me off the throne. Yeah, I know. Some of it's me. It's gotta be me, but I don't know where, because I'm me. But I mean, also, like, post-COVID, Geeks Who Drink is a very different place. Though I will never say good things about them. That job in particular, the people who ran it were not great. I am a very strong opinion. It's true. I have very strong opinions. And Miss Roy, I'm making a grand assumption that you are femme. You know, I sometimes think of myself like the people in Cyberpunk almost, where there is just a reality where, you know, the corpos are never gonna like what you have to say, right? And you can either not say it or you can. Oh, okay. It's that ace energy I was picking up on. Like, ace energy is very neutral gender, I think, you know. Because there's that kind of harmonious respect for the individual. I've almost always taught, every time I talk to ace people, showing my minor prejudice against masked cisgender people. Every time I talk to someone with a harmonious attitude, I assume that they're femme. um, uh, yeah. I have a huge crew of cis mask dudes who are dope. I think I don't actually have, other than Ferris, a femme in my chat regularly. They're all cis mask. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense though, San. Like we've talked about this before, but the, you know, ability for men to ignore problems is pretty strong. God fucking son of a bitch. We'll see. We'll see if I can solve this. You know, there's less at stake, and I mean this with no insult. So there's less at stake, thus it's easier to focus on the things that are less life-ending. What's a demon? You just don't like authority, San. Well, San and I are both basically autistic or very close to, so at the same time, we'll never like authority. Uh, I have had just as many problems with people of all genders. I don't really think that's necessarily... I think that you can say there is a clear problem. Oh, that's right, in Japan. Actually, I feel like, Miss Roy, I feel like you're in the one part of the Midwest that actually is allowed to have opinions, and I'm jealous of you. Because I'm in the Portland area, and we say that we're nice but not kind. So we won't ever give our opinions because we're trying to be nice, but even when it would be kind to do so, right? Whereas, like, Chicago, they will yell at you their opinions all the time, but they will tell you, they will, like, still help you, right? They'll tell you you're a fucking idiot, but they'll help you afterwards. That's actually generally how I see myself, is calling you a dumbass and then still helping you. Who am I to say you're a dumbass anyway? Ah. You know, Tev and San both, you continue to flatter me with the fact that you feel that I am capable of being listened to in the background. It is literally my ideal. Honestly, I think I remember saying that I was advised not to stream Talos because it's too niche. But it was the best decision I have made. Yeah, shut the fuck up, San. But also, I think, Jen? Don't go hunting him. You know, but it was just that I got the gold edition free from Amazon, and I'm old and had never beaten it. I am almost 40, for those of you who don't... No, I am 40. I've been saying almost 40 for so long, I forgot that now I am 40. And... and so, I gotta focus. I gotta try and do this thing. We have a new watcher, and now I'm not even doing the game. You guys are making me not keep followers. No, I kid. If anything, I have gotten more followers because of the friendliness of you guys. And I, again, thank you very much. Lime, will you unstar those for me? Oh, Twitch. Bless you. You can't be opinionated and be easily offended, Twitch. Oh, I have little stars on my end. It is le sensor. Show message. They're calling it a hostile message. Assholes is hostile. Yeah. Oh, am I scuffy again? Is that... It was Miss Roy's. It tends to be a bit passive-aggressive here. Yeah, you know, I think I have for the week. Go home, Automod, you're drunk. I think what was it? It once filtered booty, which I found delightful. Okay. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. It's gonna be done. Earlier, San hasn't played the DLC, and I told San, okay, well, you have until at the end of the next break game. I'll do 100% on stars and gold gates, because I would rather you be able to watch the, like, you know, I have what would you guys say, 6 people who regularly show up off and on, maybe 8. That's really high for having 20 followers, so I am perfectly fine catering schedule-wise. And, the first and third are hard. You hear that, San? You must be wary. Where are you? There you are. That's what I've been fucking up on. Okay. Let's just do this. Oh no, what are you looking for? Oh, I just saw that, San. Hey. Alright. I can have you back now. Come back, friend. I'm gonna try one more thing. We'll see what happens. Then I'm gonna frown and go do something else because I have to stop on time. So I usually do about 3 or 4 hours. I have to stop on time today because I have this interview. It's with a company that does, it's called Punks with Purpose. It basically helps homeless teens. I'm very excited about it, but they're offering way, way too little for what they want me to do. They want me to build a whole CRM from scratch. Yeah, you do fit right in, Miss Ray. I've been, they want me to do a whole CRM from scratch, which is just like far, far too much. Did that? Hey! And,
We were happy here in the beginning. It was a relief to be away from the politics of New Jerusalem, to be free to study and to create, to imagine a better future without all the exhausting nonsense of the city. Even reusing the technology from New Alexandria felt good, like we were picking up a thread that should never have been abandoned. For the first time, we could be who we wanted to be, the best versions of ourselves.
Uh, Sand, not very often, actually. I work a lot of jobs at the same time. So when I was doing AV, I was also bartending, and it was quiz in bars, and I was so. The truth is, I've had about 3 simultaneous career paths at the same time. Working with computers is the actual first real switch, and that happened during my degree of botany. I've always worked with computers and always have done computer work on the side for my jobs. But then I got a job doing open source textbooks for Oregon State and actually using my tech stuff, which gave me the confidence to apply to do more. Why do you think I'm exhausted now? I mean, it was working like that that basically made my pots go fucking nuts. So I ended up working in like tech for 2 years, and that was that horribly abusive job. My friends used to call me aggressively hireable Hildy. Yeah, to be a woman in STEM, you have to be constantly on it. But so essentially, I am a Xennial. I had career paths, and then COVID. So when I was in restaurants, I was on path to be a bar manager somewhere very soon, and then COVID. And then when I came back to my degree, because when I graduated my publishing degree, that was the first recession in 2013. So I ran my own business for a hot second, but it wasn't gonna make it. So that's how I got in restaurants, was from that. And then post-COVID, I went to botany, incorrectly predicting that we would not return to Trump and we would continue to prioritize 2478, that we would continue to prioritize right right for me, yeah, I've had the 2 once-in-a-lifetime recessions as well as COVID, so it's never been changing careers on purpose. This punk's job is actually in line with what I've been doing, which is tech. Speaking of, if anyone ever has remote work for tech that they hear about from their parents or friends or anybody, just send it my way. Just let me know. But working in environmental science right now is not an option. Not an option. So, I mean, it is if I can get lucky enough, because I live in the Pacific Northwest, so we're still hiring. I have no idea what to do about you, my friend. But, you know, it's so competitive, and I'm just out of my undergraduate. I'm not really in a position to start a career like that. It has made me something of a know-it-all in a really silly way. I just, like, I'm a real hit at parties. um, it is. It's much more normal in the US doing that. We don't have another option. We don't make enough money. Yeah, it's a very lot of nothing. There's no converter in this level, though. Yeah. Unless you make about 70K, and that's without kids, you can't live comfortably here. Yeah, and they're cut aggressively. Like, right now, when you hear news about Trump cutting Medicaid, He's literally cutting poor people healthcare. Like millions and millions of people. The big tax cut is for everybody who doesn't make any money. In fact, pay more in taxes. I went from not owing taxes to paying more. Yeah. So, especially where Miss Roy is a big deal. Miss Roy is in a place that's really fucked by Trumponomics. Oh, I don't know if I'll find an exterior converter. I might just need to find a level that has a converter. Like, the Midwest is very Republican. Though I think your senators are one of the senators who are like, are you insane? Yeah, I'm getting more loop, for sure. I'm in Oregon. So, we passed healthcare for all right before this. We will have to cut some people off Medicaid, but a far less than other states. And we have instructed everyone to ignore their anti-trans decisions. 2748. 2478. So are you saying in the middle of those? Yeah, like 247. Byron! Also, Yakut, why don't you believe in me anymore? Husband! Even though you like metal, we'd have a lot of arguments about that. Minnesota is actually a shit show. Minnesota is terrifying. Wait. Yes. But they have Wisconsin next to them, so they're doing a little better. But Minnesota is the state that had Governor Walker, and Governor Walker basically made teachers criminals. Oh, Tim Walz is dope. So that's the thing about Minnesota is they have really dope federal politicians, but Governor Down is like fucking trash. That's kind of the same for Kansas, too. I'm not so sure about Missouri. I don't know enough about Missouri. Oregon, we have a lot of useless local politicians, but useless is better than incompetent. You know, I told him that he had to let her go. So that's probably... I personally find Miranda to be a mad scientist, almost sociopathic. Sharice Davids is who I'm thinking of. Sharice seems really dope. Yeah, I told him to, like, suck it up, basically. I was incorrect. But it's because I don't think about Miranda as a good influence. I think she represents the tautological utopian fallacy. I also think that she assumed she could control the universe. And that kind of arrogance is unacceptable. I don't care if your intentions are pure. You're either good for the world or you're not, right? But I was supportive at first. It's just the more I found out about her, the more I was like, really, you know, obsessing over her is no good, guy. You never even met her. So yeah, that's why he didn't come. He was like, you don't... I hadn't fallen off a cliff yet. It wasn't a Hildy stream. Okay, so... Oh, look at that! Switches on the back. Alright. Let's go find 8. Dying was worth it. Yeah, I know. That's really what it is for me. It's like... she is so fire and so terrifying. Like, I would not want to upset her. And that's actually the kind of people I think we need on our side. Because right now, we have these mushy white guys who secretly want what the Republicans want. They just want to make money. Yeah, we need people who they're gonna call a bitch. Because if you're a bitch, that means you are assertive. The idea that you can't have a different opinion than men, or that if you make a mistake and you're femme, that means you're corrupt, is tragic in our nation. And it started to leak into international presumption. You know, you see the opinion of women politicians who make the same mistakes that men do astronomically lower. And I guess in women I also include queer or folks of color who are obviously folks of color, darker skinned or proudly communicative. Hey, 4 was part of it. Where's your switch? Where's your fucking switch, 4? Oh, is it on this one? Or is it on this one? It's on that one. Yes, it's actually very true, San, but it's also because there is a cultural idea of keeping the peace, being respectful. And there's a lot of financial abuse that happens in homes where the wife stays at home. What is she gonna do? Especially in red states, it's set up where if you were to get a divorce, the men do not have... So in Oregon, if you're a stay-at-home mom and you get a divorce, your husband has to pay you a living wage in alimony because you gave up your career. This protects stay-at-home moms from being coerced into staying in horrible situations. There's a lot of baby trapping that goes on in the Republican community where they will get a woman pregnant because literally just was reading about this on Reddit the other day. I think you would be a good mom. And if you remove access to abortion, which is what these states have done, this woman now only has a choice of getting financial support from this guy or being a criminal or being, you know, once you get rid of abortion, right, with that comes a slew of attitudes. You're a slut for being pregnant outside of wedlock, etc., etc. So then she has an option of ostracization. Yeah, the US is a dystopian nightmare. I think the closest to how the US is now is probably cyberpunk. You know, corpo people in cyberpunk have insurance that if they run over someone, it's just manslaughter and they're not arrested. And that's literally, essentially how crime goes in the States, is if you are rich, you have insurance and insulation against having committed a crime. Your money is your insurance. We can drink soda. You guys don't let people drink soda. Not great, but that's what I can think of. Miss Roy, do you have any ideas? Have a good day. It's time. Ferris must go be a DM. Oh, no, you're fine. As I believe I've said this stream.
Every answer leads to another question. The last answer leads to the first question.
I am 100% here. Yeah! I'm 100% here for listening in the background, doing stuff. Let me talk with Lime, because Lime's the one most excited about Animal Well. So let me talk with Lime about what times work. Me and Ferris, once a week, we do a co-op game. And when I mentioned that I can't play Animal Well without Ferris around, Lime was like, please do Animal Well. So, well, yeah, we're starting Animal Well either this week or next week, once a week. And I'm trying to think about, because we did Portal 2, but we did it really late at night, like 11-ish. And that's too late for East Coast and Central. We're Pacific. So I'm trying to think about times that I could be here for like people like you who work, Miss Roy, but also for my Europeans. I don't think there's a perfect number, but I showed Animal Well to Lime, and Lime was like, stream that! Okay. This one. This one. Animal Well is a platformer. A very beautiful, surreal pixel platformer. One of those basically solo dev games. Yeah. And it came out fully done, just like pooped out. Yeah, you can't say more than this. But it just pooped out, completely done, no early access, and everyone was like, where the fuck is this? Where did this come from? What's been going on? Because there was very little press up until it was done for like 6 months. And then it landed, and it was like a lot like Undertale, where suddenly there's this very unique game. I just appeared, said hello, I am here now. Okay. How to get green to you. Oh, hi Guy, how are you? You look like something. Okay. Who can reach you, my friend? Maybe in here? Is this the one that's not gonna work though? Yes, it's only like 32 megabytes. But the entire game is permanently editable. Yeah, it's stupid. It's like everything that this guy did. Talking about a pixel platformer, it's the closest to perfect that's on the market, I think. But it's also hard as hell, and I don't possess the logic that this guy has. So when I play it, if Ferris isn't in the room, I get frustrated and stop. We found out that if Ferris is in the room, I will actually succeed. So, I have to have Ferris around for it. If you really want a getting over it playthrough, I will give you one, and then I will find you in the Netherlands and make you suffer. Yes, actually, the Xbox page for Animal Well is larger than the actual game. Some of the screenshots that the dev uses to advertise it are like a quarter of the size of the game. It's stupid cool. And it runs beautifully. The animation is seamless. Oh, San. You're so much younger than me. I don't have 50 hours for getting over it. Right. That's the thing. Like, so much of this game, like, it's not just that it's a hero of optimization. It's that they use so many experimental techniques and still optimized it. It's incredible. I lost my line. I lost my dotty line. Where did my dotty line go? It was heading over here and I lost it. There it is. Okay, dotty line. Dotty line go where? Did you? Did you? Dotty line. Yep. Yep. Yep, yep. Yep. Beautiful. Great. Lovely. All right. I know. I really, early on in Talos 2, I had to start separating myself from the game because it was very startling from me whenever I would die. And now I have that giant 32-inch super fancy monitor, so imagine the realism now. Oh, we were talking about graphic cards earlier. Talos 2 actually will chug if I have it on Ultimate. I believe it's from poor optimization, but San, if that gives you any line on where the borders of 4070 are. And I guarantee you, there is nothing on my system that slows it down other than my VRAM. 64 RAM, new CPU, AMD 7, whatnot, you know. No, I think actually I ended up with an Intel 15 or 17, something stupid like that. I have a lot of threads. I have a lot of cores. You know, but Cyberpunk doesn't chug. And you can have a million moving actors at once in that game, pretty much. I get 100 FPS on Ultimate in Cyberpunk. That's with full ray tracing. So I do think there is a flaw in their choices, but I'm not game design enough to figure out what it is. You know, like, bless. I like your game. That's about as far as I can go other than that. Okay. Finally found it. The end of my dotty line. Oh, why did I live in China? I had studied Chinese for a long time, and the person I studied Chinese with was one of the first Americans who made it into China post-Cultural Revolution. And so I studied with, she called me when I was already in Portland and said, do you want to go with these kids I have from this high school I teach at and go teach English there and also take these advanced courses? And I was like, yeah, I do. And so I did. Yeah, it was really cool. I just got that email randomly one day. I was with this real shitty guy at the time, though, who was supposed to have a job while I was gone, and he got fired the day I left. So when I came back, I immediately had to go back to working 3 jobs to support him and couldn't capitalize on anything. Actually, I would say where I was far more liberal and like America at that time, which was 2013, 2014. Or actually 2011, than people give it credit for. It was very slow living. After dinner, people would go on walks with their family, and there's a saying, 就是走 something, well, I can't remember entirely, but basically 99 steps after dinner, 100 years in life.
Idols are worshipped not because they are idols, but because they are false. True idols are rejected because the truth is feared.
Yeah, so you would just walk down the street, and I was in a town called Xinji, which is outside of Chengdu, which is the 3rd largest city in China. And it's a suburb, and it's, 100 million people because China. You would walk down the streets, and families who, a lot of families, instead of going to a department store, you go to a fan store in China, right? There are department stores, but they're quite small. So the person who owns the fan store, their store in the back or on top of it is their home. So you would see them sitting on the sidewalk, drinking green tea and eating dinner with their family, with the like TV and their home in the background, and their fan store being run by somebody else, taking turns or whatever, or being closed during dinner. And you could walk through the whole town. Yeah, like an air fan, you know, keeps you cool, a fan. Yeah, literally just all fans. Or a lamp store. There were also umbrella stores. You would just go to the umbrella store. Yay, we're done here! As soon as I go pick up my star. Okay. So... And at the city square after dinner, all the old ladies would do, like, Tai Chi. So they would get together and there'd be like a little, well, it was more like Chinese Zumba. So there'd be an instructor and you'd all like exercise dance in the city square. So I used to go hang out there. I was the youngest who would go do the Zumba dancing. But I never, like I said, I really, almost all of my like career changing or cool experiences that seem to go nowhere are because of a man or a woman. Or a sort of instilled fear from a rather abusive childhood. My hope is to, before I'm too old to enjoy it, to I don't know, have enough success that I can do something like that again. But who knows, right? Sailor Moon's the shit! I have a Sailor Moon tattoo, a half sleeve on my left arm. Where's the VTOL? Up here? Up here. That's not the VTOL. This is the monorail. VTOL is much fancier. Alright, so the pace is looking like 2 a day. So you have 2 weeks, San. You know... Fuck off, San. You know, Lime, you are this little nugget of sunshine that must be protected at all costs. Tev, anime was like that out here too. Sailor Moon, Pokemon, Transformers. I do love manga. I don't really interact with it much because more of the modern stories don't bother me. Oh, San, you're so elitist. You're missing some pretty good stuff. Some of the best art I've ever seen is anime. Madoka is amazing and will fuck you up. I tend to view things like anime, everything that's a quote-unquote, like, I mean, I'm 40 and I play video games regularly. It's because you can get a good story from anything. there. I will say that fan service, yes, is something that I don't particularly enjoy either. I don't mind it because sex is something that the world participates in, but I personally have no, uh, I find no joy in it. But I mean, we've already talked how I'm basically demi, so it's like I'm always just confused. Yeah, San. San is like Studio Ghibli is amazing, and only movies matter. Well, you'll be happy to know that many hip-hop stars and David Bowie and several filmmakers watch anime quite regularly and enjoy it thoroughly. Right now it is slowly bleeding away from shonen, but true. I would say for a long time it was a shonen paradise, and that is not my cup of tea either. Oh, well, most anime is only like 12 episodes now, San. But also, just like anything, you know, I don't have time for 7 seasons of The Office, right? I think there are things that are good enough to have time for, there are things that are not. I got until Sasuke was in a barrel in Naruto, and then I was like, Sasuke's been in a barrel for like 30 episodes. I think I'm done. Sasuke, if you ever get out of the barrel, good on you. Okay, there should be a switch or something near here, I think. Like up over here. Oh, I'm a little too far away. Okay. Am I stuck? Okay. I think you should give Madoka a try. It's usually what I recommend to people who have a middling opinion on anime is Puella Magica Madoka. But it's if you have time. Is this gangsta's paradise? We've been spending most of our lives living in a shonen paradise. Yes, I think that's why I'm often like, well, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Because it's often given this, oh, it's anime, when it's just like another form of cartoons, you know, like. Tab. What is it? Hour after hour, minute after minute, power after power. We spending all our lives counting down. No, it's what's going on in the kitchen, but nope, I can't remember all of the lyrics. How can they reach me? I guess they won't. I guess they can't. I guess they frontin'. Yeah, that's fair, Sam. You might like Attack on Titan, if you like gross shit. Lord, where the fuck is the thing? The thing? There's a head, and behind the head, somewhere under this, is a switchy thing. That is what it is. Okay, I feel better. I feel better that the thing is hard to find. There's supposed to be a thing, god damn it! This is probably the last thing I'll do today, because like I said, I have that interview, so I've gained weight over the past few years, and I never really got clothes that fit nicely because I was always like, I'll lose the weight. But listen, I'm 40. I'm gonna be a certain size. I'll lose some weight, but probably not nearly enough. So I finally got some nice fitting clothes that just fit me at the size I am. And, but the shirts never came. So I have to go buy a shirt before the interview. Lord Almighty. Tiny shirt, Hildy. More like too big. I erred on the size of really, really, really oversized. Like, things cis men don't realize. Your boobs get a lot bigger when you gain weight. So, you don't know what size shirt you wear anymore, because suddenly your boobs are huge. I actually once did an interview. Yeah. Yes! Lost in this blazer, Hildy. That is literally Miss Roy has got it. But your boobs get a lot bigger, and I already had pretty big boobs, and now my boobs are really big. So all of my shirts fit weird. Oh my god, I know. And how much they want to just make women feel bad. Like they just want to make you feel bad. That sells. Sorrow sells. It's horrific. I used to be very immune to it, and I would say the past year, because it's been so rough, it started to leak in. But also it's because I'm getting older, and the older you are as a woman, the less useful you are. Meow, 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 meow. And so, but for a long time, I was able to be like, I love my body any size. And then one day I was like, I don't know if I do. Yep. Yep. I have a black booty. Like as in, I've been asked whether I was half black before because of my ass. I don't fit in anything. No, for real. One of my exes, Chris, is a black guy from South Chicago. And he told me that all his friends had asked him if I was half black. Yes. Yes. It does apply to many things. Lime, one of the things that I think is the funniest outside of clothing sizes is nutrition data. So originally, nutrition data was based entirely off of white male children. Oh yeah, it can't see black people. That's right. China had to come up with something specific for Chinese people too. Oh my god. Why would you even make this? I shouldn't ask that because of the things that are in Talos 1. I know why you made this. It's because you knew people found the shit you made in Talos 1. So you had to do better than you did. Yeah. Vic is black. So, and it is really funny. There's like weird bonuses that Vic will get on the day-to-day. Like, he gets to hide from surveillance cameras. If someone is being real shitty and he needs to get away, he can say, "Is it because I'm black?" And they'll get so uncomfortable that he can run off. It's the little things. Though I remember once we were at the gym and people were treating us really shittily, and I had to pull Vic aside and be like, "Vic, they're being fucking racist." And Vic was like, "Damn it!" Oh my god, yeah! Yeah! Where you have this Apollo quote and you need to enter in the fucking date. Or there was that one, it was in the tomb area where you basically had to discover the GLaDOS moon Easter egg in order to get the star. Alright. Alright. You kidding me? I can't even find the statue anymore. I've run in so many circles. Oh! We're gonna have to come back to it. We're gonna have to come back to it because if I keep trying to do this, I will hurt my computer. So, Palkis, I don't know if he watches anymore, but he would sometimes assist because of things like, have you tried connecting to the invisible thing inside the Sphinx's chest? Non-overlapping magister. What the fuck kind of name is that? You joking? Bless you, Jesus. Okay. Suppose. Can I get you really the far over here? I can. So I need you to be red again, buddy. Okay. I see. I see. This is what you're bitching about. I got it. walk this guy out of here. That's the goal. Walk the dude out of the place. So that gives us blue, correct? No, it gives us red. That's right. Huh. Okay. So here to that. Great. What next? I need blue to that. Or I need red to that. Well, we can't break either. That's not gonna work. Okay. Nope. Don't be a bad head. So... Right. That's not gonna work. Oh, Lord. I mean... Biggest question then. Oh, like this. We can do this at least. Right. Right. But I actually need you just to connect to that. Right. So now I should be able to walk you out. No. Negatory! Okay. Yep, now I see. I was like, what? Miss Roy's like, now you see. Yes, now I have become aware. I have become aware of the trials and tribulations that await me. Okay. So, like this. This opens both of them. That much we know. And what I basically need is to be able to make it one. I need to be able to take over one of these with the basic connector. Basic connector, where the fuck did you go? There you are. So I have to somehow, like that? Yeah. So then, this then only needs to do that. Oh, lame. Okay. Right, so... But then I see, because it's if you fall apart, then it becomes a problem. Boogers and snot. Couldn't I do something like this? All right. All right, y'all. I'm gonna call it. I gotta cool my brain off. Tomorrow's Clair Obscure. And probably, of course. Thank you for stopping by. And I will, if you're streaming Wednesday, I will stop by, but I'll definitely be there Friday. And probably no Animal Well today, Lime, but I'll work with Ferris to find a time that works for Ulcos. Everybody take care. Thank you. And if you were lurking, please, if you enjoyed what you saw, drop a follow or a like or a clicky click. And